Hey there, Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Moon, Aquarius Rising. It's Maggie from Moondirected. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. And I tried to start this a minute ago, and I had to stop and turn it off so I could scratch because Spirit is all over your reading already. Like, I am so itchy. So let's see what's going on with that, shall we? All right, so I want to welcome you back to the weekly readings. I have been doing bi-weekly, and last week I listened to the bi-weekly at the second week, and I was like, oh my gosh, I totally forgot that I said 12 times and wrote down that we were going to have a lot of energy on Sunday night, and I was trying to go to bed early on Sunday, and I couldn't, and I thought, well, if I can't remember this, how are you guys ever going to remember this? So we're back to weeklies, so be looking for the weeklies to come out on Thursdays. And then on Mondays, I will still put out content. It'll be like the new moons. It'll be the full moons. It'll be the, I don't know, monthlies, whatever, random readings. So twice. So make sure you hit the notification bell if you subscribe so that you don't miss anything. Wow. Okay. Let's see what this is. Oh, wait, not yet. Hold on. I'm so excited about your energy. Okay, so you have, look at this. Isn't that amazing? You have the starfish. The starfish is open to infinite possibilities. So and you're represented by the star, right? In the tarot. And so I feel like your divine guidance and divine help, and like the world is yours. And right now we've just come off of all this energy from the eclipses, and then that full moon in Aquarius, which was really super powerful for everybody, but I can't imagine how powerful it must have been for you. Like that was that shaking things up, that tower, that getting rid of the structures that don't work in a very chaotic fashion. I hope you survived that okay. And now it's a chance to start building, and you have infinite possibilities. What do you want to create? What do you want to build? The stars are lining up in your favor. We have the starfish and the planets, right? And so the planetary action, the way things are happening over the next few months, lots of opportunity to create what you want. You have this and that are true, the dolphin. And so that means your truth is not necessarily the only truth. Everybody's perception creates their own truth, right? Your truth is your reality. Your perception is your reality, which makes it your truth. And so understanding that and not being too harsh with other people. Okay, so you can, it's like the traffic accident, right? Where everybody that's interviewed at the 4 different corners, they all saw the same accident. They saw the same event, but from their perception, from their perspective, from where they were standing, it looked different. And so the structure, this tower moment, this thing that was destroyed, broken down, I feel like, okay, but you view it one way, but maybe the other people involved have a different point of view, and they're not wrong, and you're not wrong. And so to move forward, to create the stability moving forward, there may be a need to accept that as a fact, that not all the truths are the truth, and that yours is yours and theirs is theirs. And that might allow you the flexibility to make a little more compromise, to manage things in a way that allows for the releasing of what's not working to move forward in a much more clean fashion for yourself. So this and that are true. So we have this and that are true. We have this beautiful starfish, and we have this. The koala spirit. Spirit has a plan. And so a lot of karmic energy was shifted out, and things are changing. But Spirit has a plan, and Spirit also includes you, by the way. That's your higher self. You came here with a plan, and now things are in place. And so some things had to be removed and taken out of your life in order to create space to bring these things in. And so that's what's going on right now. So I do want to encourage you to always check out your sun, your moon, and your rising, because sometimes you might get better information from the other ones, what resonates and stuff. There's a really good use of the English language, right? What resonates and stuff. Okay, so your sun sign, that's the core of you. It's your value system. It's how you view the world. And your rising sign, that is how you interact with the world. So it's your personality. It's going to be how the world's going to view you, and that could be beneficial to understand. And then you have the moon sign. And the moon sign is how you act and feel and respond to the energies of the planets, to the energies of people around you, and the things that are going on. And so There's just a lot of reasons to check them all out. And I want to encourage you to leave me a comment because I really enjoyed connecting with everybody. And so, I really enjoyed connecting with everybody, and so I'm going to continue to do that every month. So they'll all go into a drawing. So hey, this is a week of endings and beginnings. Endings and beginnings. So yes, that energy from that Pisces moon happened in your second house of what you value, your self-esteem, your self-worth, your values, your finances. And so remember that Spirit has a plan. Not everybody's truth is necessarily your truth. And this unlimited ability to create what you want. Hang on to that. Okay, let's start with this. We have the Five of Wands. This is the reason why it's important to understand that this and that are true. You are going to be doing some kind of combat with somebody over some issue, and they're going to see things one way, you're going to see things the other way. And your ability to understand that what they think is true is really what they think is true, and you can't necessarily change it. So how do you work through it? What is the solution to the problem? The problem is that you guys were staying in two different corners during the accident. And it was the end of a cycle, a very major, painful cycle. We've got the Ten of Wands with the Ten of Swords. So something was big that went down. An ending of something that you felt stabbed in the back. You felt overwhelmed. It could be career-oriented, but this feels more personal. This feels more personal. So something was really stressful, and there's a lot of pieces to it, and things that have to be organized, and things that have to be worked through, and you see things one way and they see things the other way. But whatever it is, put a fork in it, pour on the A1 sauce. That sucker is done. And so how do you go from here? What happens now? You find a way to remember that what they think is true, they're not going to change their mind. They're not going to see things from your point of view any more than you're likely to see things from their point of view. So just accept that that's how it is. Understand that there is a plan in place. Things are happening in divine timing. I know this because we have this Pisces moon. The moon represents Pisces. It's a full moon, and we have the moon. I don't know if full moon reveals things, but it doesn't reveal everything. And so you might not necessarily have all of the information you need. But this is the end of a major cycle. We have the two tens and the moon. That is the end of a major cycle, and there's still the tug of war. There's still the details of it to work out. But here's the good news. It is an opportunity for a creative, fun, loving new beginning. This feels very much in the relationship sector to me. So let's focus on this cute little Page of Wands, this message of love coming in, this opportunity for a creative new project, a creative new situation, something that brings joy and happiness, that brings the color back into your life. Like, look at all of the colors. So much opportunity. All right. Wow. All right. So Monday, the moon is in Aries. And so for you, that is your third house of communication. And so speaking with confidence, it's all about the confidence in what brings you pleasure, what brings you joy. It's the confidence to push forward your big idea, your new plan. What do you want to create? Right now we have all this creative energy happening here for you. Open up to infinite possibilities, it says. So be confident in what you're saying, what you're asking for, how you communicate with others. Oh, passion. I passionately accept and love myself. Healing. Oh, you have this beautiful star energy here. The healing energy and immense vitality flow through me and easily and effortlessly. And something I've had this was actually the first deck I've ever used. This is not, okay. I used a friend of mine, and this was her deck, and this was the first time I ever used a deck of cards. And so that was years ago, more than a decade. And I never noticed this before. In the center of the sun is the spiral. And the spiral is about, I've been here before, but now I see it from a higher and better perspective. I'm elevating. And so you might come back to a situation you've seen before, but you see it now from a new perspective. Doesn't mean that you're going back to a relationship you had before, but it might be one that feels similar, something about it. And there's this positive energy surrounding it. Healing energy and immense vitality flow through me easily and effortlessly. There's a passion, there's this energy, there's the spiral nature of elevating, there's the passionate creative energy, infinite possibilities. Whatever this situation is, that's done. Put a fork in it. There's something new happening. And so at the end of this moon, as we move through like this week, it's kind of like the stabilizing. It's getting our balance, literally getting our balance, finding the balance. Because when that moon moves into Taurus on Tuesday morning at 6:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time for you, that's happening in your 4th house of home. And it feels like creating that stability and taking responsibility. It is about taking responsibility for your part in whatever the situation is. It's taking responsibility for the wise investment of your gains that you've made in either time, money, emotional energy, financially, spiritually, physically, like wherever you've been gaining as you've been finding your balance through whatever the situation is. Where do you spend your resources? How do you invest them wisely so that you don't slide back into a negative situation, but instead you're spiraling up instead of going back down? And looking for the beauty and the resilience. You are resilient. You can create. When you cut out what doesn't work, things grow. New things grow. And look at, there's so much beauty to be found in anything you look at if you give it the opportunity to be this kind of a creative project. So let's get a little guidance on that. I gotta tell you, when I was shuffling these before, they were doing weird things, and that was weird. So I don't know what's going on with this. Dying to see. Oh, we have windfall of abundance, but I feel like it might actually be around Christmas time. And I don't usually necessarily think that when I see this. But so I feel like it might be a couple months before you gain the stability, and then the abundance. And abundance doesn't necessarily mean money. Abundance of love, abundance of emotional energy. And how do you get this windfall of abundance? Spirit says, why? With words of abundance, of course. So, you have the ability to instantly manifest abundance by choosing powerfully positive words. Always describe your own and the world's economic status in loving and optimistic ways. And that is what attracts this to you for yourself and for others. Abundance, of course, can be anything. Because I feel like it's passion, something you're passionate about, something that's creative. And so I feel like it's the joy. What brings you the joy? And money can't bring joy. It can bring peace from stress, but it doesn't bring joy. I see pleasure. I see passion. I see energy. And so money is a form of energy, but it's not the only one. And so I really would like to encourage you to think about things like I'm always in the right place at the right time with the right people. I manifest into my life a loving partnership that nourishes my soul. Things like that. I manifest, I am, I have. And speaking in those kinds of words, that creates the atmosphere around you, which raises the vibration, again, the spiral to attract in, the energy to attract in what it is that you want to attract in. No negative, stinking thinking thoughts or words. That is what you're being encouraged to avoid. And so we have the moon moving into Gemini, which is your 5th house of fun and romance, on Thursday at 4:58 p.m. I mean, that might be a good time to call up some friends and say, hey, let's go do something this weekend, right? And so, but there's wisdom and knowledge to be gained from these experiences. So take a moment and think about it and be grateful for the information that has come to you that you have learned along the way. You know? Ooh, this one. You're not alone. The guardian angel is shown up like 6 times today. I'm not even kidding. You're not alone. Spirit is with you. Spirit is guiding you. I think the reason that it keeps showing up is because there's been so much upheaval in general in all the signs because of all this energy of moving out the karmic situations to allow for this new cycle to come in. And so you're not alone. Spirit has a plan. And you might feel a little stressed out, and you might not necessarily believe that. But you're being protected. And when that moon on Sunday moves into Cancer, it's about the manipulation of your emotions. And so Aquarius doesn't like to drown in emotions. They carry them safely in an urn. They look at them. They might taste them. They might dip into them a little, but they don't like to drown in them. But don't also... this and that are true. So while you think you're protecting yourself, other people are looking at you like you don't give any of your emotions. So finding a balance in that might be important going forward, and I don't know where that came from. I know it came from Spirit, but anyway, it's not what I had in my notes. It's a good time to explore your emotions. What are you passionate about? What do you want? How do you want to feel? And then you have determination. Don't be afraid of the rising tide. It will soon recede. And so I feel like emotions will be running high, and it will make you a little uncomfortable. Don't be afraid of that. Feel protected, because you are. You're not alone. You are protected. Focus on what you want, not on what you don't want. And understand that while you are thinking that you are expressing your emotions because you are in your way, and other people are saying you don't express them, or you express them with anger, or you're mean or vindictive, or whatever it is people say. Does it matter? No, it's their truth. That's what their perception is. What do you think? What do you feel? What do you believe? It doesn't mean that their thoughts are invalid. So don't just dismiss them. Weigh them out carefully. But your truth is still your truth. You have watermelon. Have fun with your inner child. Try to find some fun this week. Something that you're passionate about. Be creative. Go do something fun. The town I live in this week is having a color run. I mean, that would be the ultimate example of what this kind of energy is about. Go get some chalk and write on the sidewalk and play hopscotch with your grandkids, or, the kids next door, or, do something creative. Express yourself in some way creatively this week. Do something fun. Go have some fun. And if you're worried about money, do something that's affordable and fun. There's lots of ways to be creative for no money and have fun, right? Okay. All right, Aquarius. It looks like an interesting week. I can't wait to see you back here on Thursday so we can talk about next week. And then I will see you next Monday. I think that's going to be the monthly. Oh, it will. It'll be the monthly reading. So we'll talk then. You take care. Don't forget to leave me a comment, and I'll see you soon.